Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, children. I'm your teacher, Hira Bilal, and this is your social studies class. All of you should have social studies books with you. The topic we are going to study today is air and wind. Reference Unit 5. Date is 20th July and date is Monday, right? Okay. So, children, what comes to your mind when you listen to this word air? What do you think? What is air? Well, air is all around us, even in the room where you are sitting, inside the house, or if you're outside the house. It is all around us. We cannot see it, we cannot taste it, but it is present everywhere, right? Air is a mixture of different gases. Now, it is essential for all living things, like for all the human beings, animals, and plants. And it is a mixture of different gases. Which gases are these? Number 1, oxygen. Number 2, carbon dioxide. Number 3, hydrogen, etc. Right? Now, why do we need air for our survival? Well, that's because we need to breathe, and so do plants and animals. Plants need air for their survival, without which they cannot live. All living things on the planet Earth need air to live because we breathe. When we inhale, we take oxygen from the air and we inhale. And when we exhale, we take out air, we take out carbon dioxide, right? So what are the main points of air? Number 1, air is all around us. Number 2, air is essential for all living things. Number 3, it is made up of gases, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, right? And even plants need air for their survival. Now, importance of air for plants. Now, let's see. If you have a plant in a pot and you just put it somewhere, you keep on giving it water, but you just cover it with a plastic bucket so that air cannot reach that plant doesn't get fresh air. So just observe that plant after 3 days, it will die. Why? Because it wasn't getting fresh air. So air is necessary for plants to live. Plant which is not getting fresh air, just look at the picture. It is dead. You see? Just look at its leaves. And if a plant gets fresh air, just look at this plant. It is so fresh. Look at its leaves, they're all fresh. So there's a huge difference when a plant is getting air and a plant which is not getting air. So what do we get from this? That air is necessary for the plant's survival. Plants need air for their survival. What else does air do? Air makes the flag blow. Even when you buy small flags and you're standing outside, you can see the flag. You're holding the flag in your hand and you're standing outside. You can see the flag, moves, it blows. And the trees sway. Just like you can see in this picture, they move, their leaves move. It's called sway. Now, what is wind? Moving air is known as wind. And wind, it blows in many directions, right? You must have experience when you are outside and the wind is blowing. Sometimes it comes in the opposite direction, to which if you're moving in the forward direction and you experience the wind coming in the opposite direction, you feel a bit difficulty to walk forward because the wind is coming in the opposite direction. Wind vane. What is a wind vane? Well, wind vane is a device with a freely rotating pointer, and it is used to indicate the direction of the wind. As you can see, here is the pointer, right? And it is freely moving. It will move in the direction of the wind. So it will tell us that in which direction the wind is blowing, right? And it is fixed on the top of a building to observe the direction of the wind. When the wind catches the thick end of the pointer, it swings it around and the arrow points towards the direction in which the wind is blowing, right? Wind is invisible, but it can sure make things happen. The wind helps the birds to fly. When the wind blows to the right, it's easy for the bird to fly to the right, right? The wind helps the boats to sail. Wind blows against the sails, pushing the boat through the water. These are the question and answers. These notes were shared with you earlier as well. I hope you all have done in your neat notebooks. What is air? Air is made up of many gases. It is essential for all living things. Question number 2, what is wind? Moving air is called wind. Question number 3, what is wind vane? A wind vane is fixed on the top of a building to observe the direction of the wind. Number 2, a wind vane has free moving pointers that always point in the direction in which the wind is blowing. Question number 4, why do living things need air? All living things need air to live. This is page number 22 of your books. Exercise fill in the blanks. The wind helps birds to fly and boats to sail. Number 2, air is made up of many gases. Number 3, a wind vane has free moving pointers. Number 4, moving air is called wind. Sorry, is missing over here. Number 5, all the living things need air to breathe, right? Okay, children, do give it a reading. Just read read unit number 5 and learn all the question and answers. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. Allah Hafiz.